Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one,
a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world.
It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, everybody? Dude, we got an incredible show for you today. We have an incredible show for you today. Can I tell you that right out the gate? I got to tell you that right out the gate. Because guess what? Today is December 31st. Today is New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2018. And guess what? It is the first and last time that it'll ever be, Monday, 12/31, December 18. So we need to make the absolute most of this incredible day. And I'm telling you, that is exactly what we are about to do. I am super excited, and not just for today's episode, I'm super excited to be alive. Can you believe it? My man Ian Humphreys, who will be on this show one day soon. We got to get that scheduled. That reminds me, I got to get with him and make sure that we get that on the calendar. But he talks about being thankful to be alive. Today is an exciting day to be alive. Absolutely exciting. Listen, today it's New Year's Eve, right? Like, you can already feel the energy. You can already feel the anticipation. So many people are excited to turn over a new leaf tomorrow, and I too, I'm excited about it. It's just one of my favorite times of year. I mean, it's a time of the year where we can reflect, right? We can reflect and look back at just what's happened in the 2018. I mean, look at what's happened, like, with Rise and Grind. Look what happens with this group, right? Quick recap, Glenn Lundy decides that he's going to hop into a utility closet at 5:30 in the morning and go live. That's the initial premise. Glenn Lundy decides he's going to hop into a closet at 5:30 a.m. and he's going to go live and just see if anybody else is up, see if anybody else wants to be a part of that, and kind of see what happens, right? And since then, that's become, a clothing line, and we've got planners going out, and we've got a whole group and a community of people. So many things that have happened, with the group since that one action. It all happened in the last year, because that action was just January 6th. Can you believe it? I can't even remember what life was like before hashtag Rise and Grind. I can barely even remember what it was like, but I do know that it wasn't this fun. I was having a lot of fun, but it wasn't this fun. So I want to go over some changes for you guys going forward with this group that are super, super, super exciting. One of the changes that's going forward with this group starts right away tomorrow. Tomorrow on hashtag Rise and Grind, we're going to ring in the new year with my man, Eric Thomas. We have a special 1-hour episode for you guys of hashtag Rise and Grind. It's going to be incredible. One of the other changes of hashtag Rise and Grind is we now are going to have 2 live streams. You may have saw us testing it the other day, but you're going to have a 5:30 a.m. Eastern live where you guys can all come in and be in community and talk to each other like you guys are doing right now. And then there's also going to be an additional live. It's the same video, but there'll be an additional live viewing at 8:30 Eastern, which is 5:30 a.m. over in California, that allows the same thing. It allows for the community. It allows for the interaction. It's the same video, the same content, but it allows for everybody to get engaged and get to know each other, like my man Josh O, who sent me a message the other day and was just talking about how his network of people that have grown through this group, the people that he's there for and the people that are there for him, has grown tremendously. And I want people all over this country to have that opportunity. So the show will stream live with me at 5:30 a.m. Eastern. It'll stream live again, even though I won't be live. It'll stream live again at 8:30 Eastern so that everybody can get that community, because I think that's an incredible incredible part of what we do here on the show. There's also going to be some better music. I'm looking to attack music in 2019. I want better tunes to get us really jacked up and energized every single day. We're going to have better guests on the show. Delvin Choice is going to be on here real soon. He was on The Voice. He took 7th place on The Voice. He's an awesome guy, Mr. Delvin Choice. Obviously, Ian Humphreys is going to be coming on the show. Inky Johnson. Listen, women, I got to talk to you right now. My man Inky Johnson was supposed to be on the show last week, and his wife took him on a special vacation out into the mountains. And she but out of a very caring, sincere heart, she wanted her husband to be able to break away from his phone for a little while. So she threw out his old phone. She bought him a new phone with a new phone number, and she took him out into the woods where he had no internet connection. What she didn't realize is he was supposed to be on our show. So he had no internet, and he had no way of reaching out to me because my phone number was in his old phone that his wife had thrown out. So best laid plans, and I'm here to say this to all the wives out there that care so deeply for us men, and actually all the men too care deeply for your wives. If you're gonna surprise them by taking away their phones and putting them in an area where they have no Wi-Fi signal, just make sure that they don't have any prior engagement. Obviously, we've got the planner going forward in 2019, so lots of changes. But listen, that's all going forward for tomorrow. Today, I promise to inspire you. Today, I promise to motivate you. Today, I promise to educate you. I'm going to do those 3 things. So don't miss out on this opportunity because it is December 31st, 2018, first and last time, and we are going to make 2019 an absolutely incredible year. Before we do, though, first, you know what we got to do. Let's dance, folks. Come on now. That's right. I can feel that. Can y'all feel that? I hope y'all can hear it loud enough. It doesn't seem super loud in my headphones, but I got to be able to talk over it, so it can't be too loud. Because I got to say good morning to all my peeps. I got to say good morning to my man Josh. I got to say good morning to George Fleming and Anthony Santangelo. What's up, Don Sankey? What's up, Chris Yancey? Janelle Griego's up in the house. What's up, Charlie McHale and Danielle Rose? The beautiful Miss Susan Rose is up in the house this morning. Casey Rossiter, what's up, dude? Gail B. Crafts up in here. Sandra Benstock's up in here. Tony Zelaya is up in here. Spencer Nicholson, how are you, sir? Kurt Allen McFarland is up in here. CJ Craig Miles, my hoodie winner, is up in the place. Laura Berman, how are you, Miss Laura Berman? Faye Giles is up in here. Vicky Everett's up in here. Tom DeLolio is up in here. Joshua Wilson's up in here. My goodness, the place is packed. What's up, Elizabeth Tincher? What's up, my man Aaron Jones in the house? Love it. Archie, I can never, ever say your last name, is up in the house. Ashley Cook Masterson, great to see you. Leanne Ryan Smith, Christopher Campbell, Jeremy Noling's up in here. Everybody's up in here. Listen, if you're watching this show, I need you to hit that share button. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, hit that share button. Also, if you are watching on replay, make sure to say good morning to me, please. And I'll make sure to go back and say good morning to you. Fair enough? Good deal. Check it out, man. Yesterday, I witnessed a miracle. I've been witnessing quite a few of those lately. But yesterday I witnessed a miracle because yesterday I went to church with my mom. And while I was at church with my mom, there was a certain guy there that some of you guys know. There was this dude named Austin. Austin Smith was at church with his mom. That's right. You heard me right. The dude that I picked up on the street a week ago, the guy that I picked up that was walking in the rain, that had nowhere to go, that was bouncing from homeless shelter to homeless shelter, he was at church yesterday, Southland Christian, with his mother, who he hadn't had contact and relationships with in an incredibly long time. They were at church together yesterday, and my mom and his mom met. And my mom, who has gone through what his mom is now going through, My mom who's been there, my mom who had to give me that tough love, and she had to go through the sleepless nights and had to deal with all the anxiety. My mom who had to be afraid to get a phone call after 9 o'clock, who didn't know if her son was alive or not. My mom who didn't know if her son was going to be in jail or if he was in the streets, and she had all that worry. My mom and her mom, they met yesterday, and they embraced, and they hugged, and they cried, and they hugged for some more, and they cried for some more, and they hugged for some more, and they cried for some more, and it was a beautiful thing. It was an absolute miracle. It was an absolute miracle. And listen, I got to say thank you, guys. I got to say thank you to this group. This group got Austin off the street. Think about that. That decision a year ago on January 6th, that decision that I made to go into this closet and decide to go live, that decision ultimately brought us to that moment yesterday where my mom and his mom were hugging in tears while this man Austin was sitting in church. You guys stepped in. You guys were the angels. Can you believe that? This morning I had a message. I had a message from Austin. And the message was from Austin was saying that every day that he comes on the show, and I don't know if he's here this morning or not, but he said every day that he makes it on the show at 5:30 a.m., he wants to take $20 out of the money that you guys raised for him, which is being held because obviously he's got to fix some things in his life before he just gets handed a bunch of cash. And so he wants to take $20 out of that money that you guys donated to him for every day that he comes on the show, that he's here. He wants me to take $20 and put it towards an account to get people Rise and Grind planners. Can you believe it? That's what he wants me to do. He wants me to take that money and every 2 or 3 days as he makes it to the show, he wants me to buy a Rise and Grind planner for somebody less fortunate, somebody that can't afford it, somebody that can't get one. That's a miracle, folks. It's a miracle. Listen, you got to understand something this morning, and this is the message that the theme that I'm going to hammer into you today. See, you matter. You have to know that on December 31st, 2018, I need you to understand something. You matter. Okay? Listen, I posted this last night. All right? To the world, you may be only one person. But to one person, you are the world. Let that resonate. To the world, you may be only one person. But to one person, you are the world. You see, my son Fisher, he's so sweet, man. He's our quiet boy right now. You know, he's only at 18 months. I think I better be careful on that. I'm not sure exactly how old he is, and I don't have time to think it through and process right now this morning. But he's very sweet boy. And every time I see this boy, he reaches his arms up. He reaches his arms up, and I pick him up and I hug him and I hold him and I love on him. And I understand something. I understand that to him, I'm the only one in the world that matters. Me and his mama. That's it. Me and his mama. We're his entire world. We're his whole world. And it got me thinking. Because some of you need to understand and some of you need to hear this. Some of you in this group have kids. And if you have kids, you have to understand that you are the whole world to those kids. Okay, you are the whole world to those kids, and I don't care how old they are. I don't care if they're older. I don't care if they're off to college. Look at my friend Lindsay Everett. Lindsay and Vicky Everett, they're just the most beautiful family. And Lindsay and Vicky, I'm here to tell you this morning that you are the whole world to Lindsay. No matter how old she gets, no matter where she goes, no matter where she travels, no matter what she does, which we all know she's going to do amazing, incredible, phenomenal, and powerful things. We all know that. But I'm here to tell you, Vicky, you are her whole world. See, we are our children's whole world, no matter what the relationships kind of look like. And that means something because you have a responsibility. You have a responsibility to get after. You have a responsibility to teach, to grow, to learn, to be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be because you have to understand something. You matter. And for those of you that don't have kids, there's those of you that don't have children, I need you to understand something. Your mom and your dad, no matter what that relationship looks like today, I need you to understand that you are their whole world. You are their whole world. You see, that's one of the great things about life as we go through these cycles, as we continue to move forward. We are someone else's whole world, and then we get to become someone else's whole world. Does that make sense? Am I wording that right? See, when you were born, when you were brought into this earth as a child of God, uniquely made by the God of the universe, the God who made everything, when you were born into this earth, you got to understand, you have to understand that you were the whole world to that mom. You are the whole world to that dad. And you are the whole world to your father, your spiritual father. You are the whole world to him. You matter. To the world, you might be one person, but to one person, you are the world. Look at what you've done. I want you to look at what you've done with your life in 2018. And some of you are going to say, well, Glenn, I made a mess. I made an absolute mess of my life. And speaking of messes, let me show you this. This is what I walked out to this morning. Apparently, Meredith, last night while we slept, she decided to creep all around the entire kitchen. She went, every single cabinet in my kitchen is messed up. Every single cabinet, the doors are open. This here on the floor is a chocolate alligator, for those of you that can't see it. It's a big jar of gummy vitamins that you're only supposed to take one of. Who knows how many she ate? Right? It's a Folgers coffee can sitting on top of another plastic tub that she used to climb up on top of the counters and go through all of the cabinets. There was also a jar of jelly that I found open sitting on the floor, as well as many other items that can't be pictured because I can't get enough range on my camera to see the full mess that she made in the kitchen. I left it for my wife. I'm going to clean it up, but I wanted her to see it. I wanted her to see it because Meredith went through last night and made an absolute mess. And maybe you did too in 2018. Maybe you made a mess in 2018. You just may have. But I'm here to tell you this morning, guess what? You can clean it up. You can clean it up. Just like I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to clean up that jelly. And I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to pick up the remaining bits of that chocolate crocodile. And I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to pick up those gummy vitamins that are laying all over the kitchen floor. And I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to close all the different cabinet doors. Just like I can clean up that mess, you can clean up your mess. Whatever mess you made in 2018, it can be cleaned up. And I'm here. I'm living proof. I'm here to tell you, if you are alive, if there is breath in your lungs, if you are here today on this earth, God has a plan for you, and you can clean it up. There's no mess that's too messy that can't be cleaned up. There's not. There's no mess too messy that can't be cleaned up. So I want you to look at your 2018, and you might say, hey, in 2018, I screwed this up. I screwed this up. I screwed that up. And I'm here to tell you, it's okay. We're going to clean that up. You're in the right place now. The decisions that you're making, they matter. They matter in your life. They're going to matter in your friend's life. They're going to matter in your coworker's life. They matter. They matter to people like Austin. They matter to people like me. They matter to your kids. They matter to your parents. Do you understand? You matter. And now's your opportunity to clean up those messes, and let's move forward because it's time for you to win. Now, this morning, when I tell you guys to look back at 2018, some of you might look back at 2018 and you might say, yo, man, I've had my best year ever. 2018 has been my best year ever. And I'm here to tell you this morning, I am so thankful and so glad that you had your best year in 2018. I'm so thankful that you grew your business. I'm so thankful that you grew in profitability. I'm so thankful that you grew your relationships. I can't even tell you how thankful I am for those of you whose lives have been changed by hashtag Rise and Grind. I am so thankful you had the best year ever in 2018, and that is amazing. And I'm here to tell you today that it's time for you to level up. If you had your best year in 2018, it is now time. It is now time. Today is the day. Going into tomorrow, it is now time for you to level up. I need you to hear me. Listen, in 5 years, I grew Dan Cummins 800%. In 5 years, I took a small town dealership that was selling 120 cars a month, and in 5 years, we grew it 800%. We took it from 120 cars to 1,000 cars in a town of 9,600 people. It's time for you to level up. You can do the same thing. In 1 year, I grew this group. Hashtag Rise and Grind. In 1 year, I grew this group 36,000 people. In 1 year, I became best friends with Danelle Delgado. In 1 year, I grew an incredibly strong relationship with Brian Benstock. In 1 year, actually in just 2 months, I was able to develop a relationship with Eric Thomas, the #1 motivational speaker in the world. Who's going to be on this show here tomorrow. In 1 year, I did 300 episodes from a guy standing in a closet with the light shining in his eye going, is anybody awake? Now we've done 300 episodes. In 1 year, I've done 2 conferences where I stood on stage in front of hundreds and hundreds of people and were able to breathe life into Rise and Grinders here in Paris, Kentucky, and able to breathe life into Hustle and Grinder down there in Orlando, Florida. I was able to speak in front of FCA, in front of 500 Chrysler dealers. I was able to quit my job. I was able to have a baby. I sat courtside with the Miami Heat. I sat in the owner's box with the New Orleans Saints. I took my daughter to New York for 4 days, first class, stayed in the nicest hotels. We went to Rockefeller Center. We saw the Rockettes. We went ice skating all over the place. I did all this in 1 year. I got to hang out with billionaires. I got to spend more time at home with my kiddos. My wife and I have never been happier. Our life has never been better. Our relationship is incredible. I'm here to tell you there's another level. What a difference a year makes. There's another level, and you can attack that. This is your opportunity. I don't care about the messes you made in 18. Those are gone. They're behind us. They're done. We can clean them up. I understand that you had an amazing 18. That is great. That's incredible. Now it's time to build. It's time to grow. We got to keep going. We got to keep doing it. I'm telling you, you have an opportunity in front of you right now, today, to make a decision that will change the rest of your life in 2019. Let's go. Did I get a little excited? Listen, tonight, I want you to have fun. I want you to have fun tonight. It's New Year's Eve. Look, I'm sweating. My wife's got this heater going. This is what happens. I get the heater going because I'm freezing up in here, and I start warming up. I start sweating. Listen, tonight I want you to have fun. I want you to have some fun. I want you to celebrate. If you get around family, that's great. You know, obviously you got to be super, super, super careful. If you're doing any drinking or anything like that, I need you to be super careful. Don't go jumping in cars or anything stupid like that, man. The last thing you want to do is set yourself back going into tomorrow. It's the last thing you want to do, okay? So listen, I want you to have some fun. I want you to have some like a ton of fun. And I want you to spend time with your family, and I want you to reflect on 2018. I want you to realize like how much you matter. How much you matter to your kids, how much you matter to your parents, how much you matter to God. I want you to understand that today. I want you to reflect on that today, live in that today, soak on that today. Because listen, you've come through some stuff, man. You've walked through the fire, and yet here you are getting ready to approach another year. Another year in this incredible life, another year on this incredible earth, and another year at an incredible time to be alive. It is such an incredible time to be alive, man. With technology and the ability to do all these things and network and communicate with so many people. It's an incredible era. I'm so thankful that I live in the time period that I live in now, man. It's just incredible. So I want you to reflect on all of those things tonight. Reflect on them. And then I want you to make sure that you have a plan in place, because starting tomorrow, it's time for you to either clean up all these messes. We got to clean up these messes so that we can get to the next level, or it's time for us to take the best year that we've ever had, and now we got to level that up. We got to level that up. We're going to level up hashtag Rise and Grind. I promise you, we're going to level up hashtag Rise and Grind. We're gonna level up some things in the Lundy household. We're gonna level up some things, in my family. That's a fact. That's a fact. We're leveling up in 2019. I want you to come along with me. Will you come along with me? I think some of you will. All right, guys, listen. Tomorrow at 5:30 a.m., me and my man Eric Thomas gonna launch for the first episode of the year. It'll be an hour long. It's gonna be incredible. We'll launch that tomorrow. We've also got the Rise and Grind planners that are launching tomorrow. If you don't have one already, I'm just telling you, just go on and get one today, man. Make an investment in your 2019. If you break it down, it's $50. The thing's going to last you a year. It's like $4 a month. If you can't invest $4 a month in yourself, you're basically telling yourself that you're not worth $4. That's what you're telling yourself, that you're not worth $4. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand some people are on, budgets, disabilities, things like that. And that's why we have scholarship planners and so on and so forth. And, we've been giving those out. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying waste or use your last few dollars buying a planner. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying if you have the means, it's $4 a month in 2019. That's how much the planner costs, $4 a month. Okay. So I need you to invest in yourself if you haven't done that already. Because tomorrow we're going to kick off 2019, which is going to be the best year ever. The stage is set for us to have the best year ever. And I want you to be a part of that. If you need more videos like this, go to GlennLundy.com. If you need some Rise and Grind gear in 2019, go to GlennLundy.com. And please know and understand that you matter because you are a child of God. Uniquely made by the God of the universe to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And you're already starting to make some good decisions. You're watching hashtag Rise and Grind. You're in the group. You're filling your feed with positivity. You're doing all of these things, and they're making an impact. It's making an impact on your friends, making an impact on your family members, it's making an impact on your coworkers, and it's making an impact on me. And I, for one, I absolutely love you for it. I do. I absolutely stinking love you for it. Thank you so much for what you've done in my life and in my family's life. Thank you so much for all the different things that you do in this group, in other people's lives, the community that we've built, the support system, the network, just thank you. Thank you for an incredible 2018. I hope you have the happiest of New Year's, and hopefully I will see you here tomorrow live at 5:30 a.m. But for those of you that can't catch it live on the East Coast because of tonight's celebrations, I give you a pass. I understand. I forgive you. No hard feelings. But I hope you'll join me live because it's going to be an incredible, powerful episode of hashtag Rise and Grind. Have an incredible day today, guys.